Alright, so at this time you should be completed with your photographs, your 50 pictures for the Secret Worlds project. So let's show you how you're going to submit them. I'm going to go down to Photoshop, and you can get there by F4, the launchpad, again F4, and find where Photoshop is. I've got it here. You can get it onto your dock simply by clicking and dragging it onto your dock, and then it'll be easy to access moving forward, or you could just do the launchpad each time. So I'm going to go to Photoshop and open it up. Okay, so now here's Photoshop, here's your workspace, right? I'm going to go to File, Automate, Contact Sheet 2. Now the original plan was to do this through a program called Adobe Bridge, but I just realized that you do not have Adobe Bridge on your laptop, so this is the roundabout way to do it. So File, Automate, Contact Sheet 2. Okay, so we don't have Bridge, so we're going to go to Folder. You can choose your folder, and because we all have the same file pathway, the same name, Documents, Digital Art Photo 1, and then you're going to choose your 50 pictures folder. I don't have any pictures in there. I'm going to do this Contact Sheet Test. You can see I've got it loaded with pictures. And open. Okay. You shouldn't have any subfolders, but you can leave that checked, not a problem. Over here, inches, it might be by default say 8 by 10. I would set it to 8.5 by 11. That's the size of a standard piece of paper. Resolution, that refers to how many pixels per inch. So right now it might be default something less than that. Change it to 400 pixels per inch. That's going to allow me to zoom in and still get some good quality. Make sure that you check flatten all layers. By flattening all the layers, that means you're not going to have 50 plus layers. It's just going to be one flat image. Placement, across first works great. You can click use auto spacing. If you have, say, 55 images and you want to get them spaced out, think about how many rows and columns you're going to need to do basic multiplication. So 7 and 9, I'd have 63 images on one page. So you've got 7 times 9. If I did 6 columns, there would be 54 images on one page. Don't go too much beyond 63 on a page because that's going to get too small. Don't click rotate for best fit. Do not click rotate for best fit. That way the images might end up sideways and I'll have to turn my screen. So leave that unchecked, but make sure you use the file name as the caption. That's going to let me know what file, what the image is, and I'll be able to reference it when I'm talking to you. So it might be, whatever, S1003.jpg. I can reference that. You can maybe change it to 10-point font, so it's a little bit smaller, but that's not a big deal. And then we're going to click OK. It's going to take a few minutes here because it's basically processing every image. You can see over here that the file name keeps changing as it's processing that particular image. Okay, so now you can see I actually had a couple images that came over to the second document. So I have all of my basic ones over here, the vast majority, 63 of them. And then I can come over here and I've got 2 more. So you're going to save these as 2 separate ones, and if you have 2 contact sheets like this, you're actually going to attach both files in Google Classroom. Okay, so now let's go to save this. We're going to go to File, Save As, and you can call it Contact Sheet Secret Worlds. Make sure you save it to the right place so you can find it later. So Documents, DigArt Photo 1, Project 1, Secret Worlds. You don't necessarily have to save it in 50 pictures because that's where your originals are going to be. You can save it out here. You can see that I've done that a few times already. And under Format, change that to Photoshop PDF. So instead of Photoshop, change it to Photoshop PDF. Doesn't matter about layers at this point because it's all flat. And I'm going to click Save. If this comes up, this just means it's overriding as a PDF because you're not going to be able to edit it like a Photoshop document. So it's not a problem. You can just click OK at this time. Alright, Preset, you can do smallest size, that's not a problem. You don't need to preserve Photoshop editing capabilities, that's going to make it a larger file. And you can check optimize for fast web preview and save PDF. So again, if you have multiple sheets, then you would come over to your second one and do that same process to save it. And now you're ready to go to Google Classroom and open the assignment and attach the files, add the files. Make sure you remember to find the ones that you think are your best. So you would come through here and maybe you like CRW_1476. Make sure you type that file name along with two others in the comments section so that I can kind of look at them and see if they're really the strongest, or give you feedback, say, hey, did you look at this one still, because this is a really nice one too. Alright, I think we're ready, and let's see what you got.